Hey guys, and welcome to the space that gives you inspiration on work, job, career, hustle, that big shebang, and marriage, life, parenting, raising children, love, relationships, and how to balance the two. I got a request to do this video. So before I go there, welcome to the second half of 2021. Welcome to July, right? Anywho, I got a request to do these videos, and I thought, good idea. I should do them, especially with how you guys reacted to the My Motherhood series. Like, man, you guys, thank you for all the love. Now, all of the support you gave me, somebody sent me a DM that struck me, and I was like, maybe I should do a series on this. And so this month, we're going to talk on how you get from being single all the way to a relationship and into motherhood. What are the major skills that I think you need at each of those stages? And like I shared with you guys, I was kind of those lucky girls who everything worked, kind of like step by step, the way it should, quote unquote, which really honestly, it doesn't always happen like that. But it did for me. And I feel that there's certain skills that I should have had, some self-skills that I should have had that could have helped me in those times, which now I want to share with you. But today, or this week in particular, we're talking to all the single ladies. All the single ladies. All the single ladies. Put your hands up. Woo-hoo. No, I'm not single. But however, today I want to talk to all the single ladies. What was that one skill that I think I didn't have it, and it made my marriage extremely hard? And I feel like it's time for me to give back and say to everybody that's single, this is the one skill you need to get you ready for the time of marriage or for the time of a relationship. Hopefully it can be in marriage, not just relationships. Please. Anywho, let's talk. Are you ready, guys? Are you ready? Because if you are, grab your cup of coffee, your cup of tea. I'm having coffee. Get yours and let's dig in. Get a book, a pen, a pencil. Get your notes section in your phone and write, right? Anyway, I think that the single most important skill, self-skill for a person that's single, somebody that's single like Oz Makeup, the one who does my makeup. Oh, and also Gerald Photography, who does my photography. The one skill I believe. Oh, he says he's dating. No, but he has not yet proposed. So anywho, for everybody that's single, this is the one skill that I think that you need. And that's self-awareness. I wish I knew that I needed to be self-aware. Because by the time I got into the marriage, let me be honest with you guys, the one place that you will realize who you truly are is when you're inside the marriage. Unfortunately, it doesn't come out so well because somebody will be complaining about who you are and then now having to find out who you are in that context of somebody who you love who's now saying there's something wrong with your character, that something bad about you, can be really painful. And it can cause you a lot of strife because they're telling you what's wrong with you, you're telling them what's wrong with them, and you are fighting, guys, fighting. So if I were you, right now, as a single person, I would start to become self-aware. So, what does it mean to be self-aware? Exactly that. to be aware of yourself. Like, who are you? Honestly, guys, think about it. Who are you? Essentially, it's what's your personality. I found out my personality when I was married. Or no, I shouldn't say I found out. I should say I found out the gravity of my personality when I was married. And it was a hard situation for me. So if you can find out your personality and the gravity of it before you enter marriage or into a relationship, it would absolutely help. So how do you find out what your personality is? There's so many character or personality profiling tools around. I like the Myers-Briggs one, but I also like the one that it's a 4-character profiling tool that profiles you. I feel like every other tool uses that as a foundation. So it essentially says there's 4 character traits, 4 character profiles. That's the choleric, the sanguine, the phlegmatic, and the melancholic. And the way it works is there's those that are extroverts and those that are introverts. There are those that are a mix of both, yeah? However, when the tool is being used, it starts with just it divides into extroverted and introverted. So I found out that I am extra extroverted because I'm a combination of 2 character profiles. And most of us are a combination of more than or just only 2 character profiles. Now, for me, I don't have a quiet bone in me, so I'm nowhere near introverted. But, so the extroverted personality profiles are either sanguine and choleric, and the introverted character profiles are melancholic and phlegmatic. Now, of course, because I'm extroverted, I didn't learn so much about the introverts, but let me say just a bit, right? The melancholics are the organized, have OCD, need step-by-step, analytic personalities. And then the phlegmatic are the loungers. Life is good. We don't have problems. What's your problem? We can work on it even tomorrow. We are kawa. You understand what I mean? So those are the introverts. And then there's the extroverts. There's the sanguines. They're the life of the party. They are loud. They laugh loud. They are, all of those things, right? And the cholerics are the born leaders. They enter a room and they're already ordering people around because now. I found out later in my marriage that I am sanguine and choleric. I wish I'd found out before, or at least I'd found out the gravity of my character before while I was single. And so I believe that if there's anything that I should have done while I was single was to find out what my personality is, right? Now, of course, I find out later when my marriage is literally, I don't want to say it was on the rocks. What's worse than the rocks? Anyway, there, right? So I find out and I'm thinking to myself, when I was single, I could have worked on myself because that's the next thing that you want to do. Accept who you find out you truly are. When you find out what your personality is, whichever tool you use, right? Whichever tool you use, there's a place for you to accept it, right? To accept who you truly are. If you don't believe what you see in these personality profiling tools, ask people, right? Ask people and say, is this the kind of person that I am? Especially when you've read. And if they say yes, accept it. One of the things about sanguines is that we are very forgetful. And I didn't want to accept that. I always thought I'm a chick, I'm a woman, I always remember. But the truth was I was very forgetful. I had to learn that while I was married. Had somebody told me that before, I could have started using my calendar on my phone much earlier in life, right? But now I started using it when I was married, after I had forgotten so many things and fought with Brian over them, right? Another thing that I found out about being choleric is I'm extremely defensive. Guys, let me tell you, you don't want to fight with me. When you write a lousy comment in my stuff, I will fight back. Like I am extra defensive. I will block you. I will remove you. I am those people. I am extremely defensive. Like, you tell me something that I've done wrong and I'll jump. Now imagine doing that in a marriage. You're trying to correct someone. You're trying to tell them they've hurt your feelings. Brian would constantly be trying to tell me what I'm doing wrong. And I was extremely defensive. Had I known this while I was single, I could have accepted that part of me, right? So when you find out what your personality is, there comes a place of acceptance. Now, when I was accepting while I was married, it was so painful. It was so painful to find out that I didn't know how to keep time. Because I'm a sanguine, I was absolutely horrible at keeping time. Because I was a sanguine, I couldn't settle. I was constantly looking up something new, like looking for inspiration, looking for some sort of something to jumpstart my system. Why? Because I'm sanguine. As a choleric, I'd become a man in my home. Like, if he doesn't accept what I say, if he doesn't accept that that's the land that we need to buy. I mean, friends, I bought a house because I was a choleric in a home where I am married. What nonsense is that? Like, how do you wake up and tell your husband in your discussion, you're jazzing, hey, how was your day? I said, my day was fine. I went visiting. There was a plot which had a piece of land, so I bought. You what? Like, why didn't we discuss this? And I'm like, discuss for what? We need a home, we need land, we need property. Of course, I bought a house. What? Who does that? Right? And of course, we fought. Like, we fought, because for me, I'd literally become a man. And Brian would tell me, it's like, Manuela, we can't have two bulls in the same crowd. You know what I mean? It was so, in fact, to all the choleric women, we need to have a meeting. Because I think of all the character profiles that suffer the most in marriage is women who are choleric. We need to have a meeting. Write in the comment section when and what time you think we should meet, because we really need to meet. Us the cholerics, we really do need to meet. Anywho, so accepting those things, my God, was so painful. Accepting the negative side of myself was so painful. It was extremely painful. But I needed it. I needed to accept these negative sides of myself in order for me to do the third thing that I think single people need to do on their journey of self-awareness. And that is to change. I don't know how to say to you, it's very difficult to change yourself when you're in a relationship and someone is asking you to change. Because the first thing you're going to say to yourself is, why do you want me to change? Why are you changing me? Don't change me. And now it no longer becomes about you being a better person. It becomes about you not wanting to change. And yet those changes do make you a better person. I don't know how to explain to you that before I had accepted and improved or changed myself, I think between Brian and I and our marriage, maybe we had bought invested in maybe 3 properties. From the time I accepted and I learned to come into a discussion and learned not to be defensive and learned not to forget, because I would forget the pieces of land anyway, we would buy up to 6 properties a year. Friends, not because we had more money. Trust me. Because actually we had more money before the time when I had accepted myself. But the truth was, we made so much more progress. My guys, oh my God, we made so much more progress. So if I were you and I were single right now, the one thing that I would do is become aware of myself, accept the negative side of myself, and then work on changing it. If you're not a good timekeeper, work on starting to keep time. If you're always forgetful, work on putting stuff inside a calendar. If you're always, all of those negative sides of your character profile. If you're too laid back and you procrastinate, now you start to make decisions better. If you make decisions too fast, you start to slow your decision making. Just so you become a better version of yourself. Truly, I say to you, that's the one skill that you need as a single person to get ready for marriage, relationships, and for love. Now, next week, I'm going to talk to the ladies who have gotten into a relationship and have started courtship. If this is stuff that you like to hear, I'd like to encourage you to like, to comment, to subscribe, and to share. Now, I have just one request. I got a message from YouTube that because of the love and the support that you guys have given me, my account is ready to start advertising. I know. Now, I want to make a pact with you guys. I would like not to put any adverts on the videos, but I would like to make money, right? So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to put the ads at the end of the video. What I need you guys to do for me is at the end of the video to watch the ads. Okay, well, you might not watch. Just leave them playing. Don't skip the ad. You know what I'm saying? Right? That one. Don't skip the ad. Let it just play. Eh? Are we good? Now they'll be at the end. So don't be in a rush to go to the next video. Just let it play. Go to the toilet. Go and get a cup of coffee as you let the ads play. We're good? We're good. See you next week. Bye-bye. Mwah.